something that I've noticed, right? And I know this is like a tough topic to tackle, especially, you know, how much of a personal thing it is, how it affects people on such a real personal level. Man, we only have so much time, right? Like, we only have so many days, so many weeks, so many years of our lives. And we never know when that's going to come up. You know, we never know when our ride is over. It's something that can't be predicted. It's not like there's a magical number out there. And I've seen people of extremely poor health live as long as 85, and I've seen somebody of amazing health and, you know, that had all their shit together and was dead by like 35. So because of that, you can't predict it, right? You can't figure out when you're going to go. So because you can't figure out when you're going to go, you got to really treat every single day like a gift. And I know that that's super corny, that that's a really lame perspective. And the reason why is because, like, it's overplayed. You know, Hallmark kind of killed that concept of looking at every single day as a gift and viewing things in that way, because, you know, it's been ran into the ground. And you hear it all the time. You hear it all the time from elderly people. You know, you don't know how many days you got left. You don't know when your time is going to be done. So you should value and appreciate every opportunity, every day that you get to wake up and live life. Here's the problem I see, and I have, and I'm sorry if the sun is giving a funny glare. Something that I see that, and I see it in my own life, and that's the only reason why I'm even speaking on it, because, like, I'm not going to cast judgment on any of you, because you know, I don't know you guys. I don't get to see names that watch the video or anything like that, but geez, ambulance. Anyway, speaking of, but I notice this out of myself, right? I wake up in the morning, I train, whatever that day is, you know, whether I'm training chest, whether I'm doing cardio, whatever it is. I get up, I do my routines. I have a routine of how I live my life for the most part, right? I have a routine for my training, I have a routine for breakfast, I have a routine for getting ready to leave for work. I have a routine at work. I have things scheduled throughout the day to help me process, right? And I think all of us do. But how much of the actual routine, how much of the process of your day, and I'm not just talking like your morning, I'm talking about weekends, I'm talking about the overall picture. The overall picture, how much of what you're doing in a day-to-day in the overall picture is stuff that's really important. Like things that you value, things that you feel like you can't do without, things that are important to just your overall performance and execution. Things that, like spending time with your kids, like, I don't know, calling a parent, like, well, what are you doing about the life things that matter? Because, you know, we all function at a certain degree in autopilot, and no one wants to admit that. I think that it's stupid to not recognize that, because we all do it. We all autopilot, and the only reason why we autopilot is because we are in routine to the way we live our lives. And routines are good. They're healthy. You know, I could do a whole nother video about that. I think I actually have. But it's taking those moments, man. It's taking the moments to do the things and say the things that really matter to your life, to who you are, and honestly, and I know this is like super dramatic to a degree to go at it in this perspective, but if today was your last day, like Nickelback, whatever, if today was your last day, would the things that you did today or going to do today, would they be things that you would do or would have done if you knew today was going to be your last day? Now, obviously, you can't live life like that because it's super destructive. But if somebody told you at 6 a.m. that sometime during the course of today, you're going to have a massive stroke and you're going to pass away. The little things. I'm not talking about the dumb giant things. I'm not talking about like quit your job and go off on your boss and blow all your money and all that stuff. I'm talking the little things. The little things. What are the little things that you would do? Because I feel like the little things that you would do are the things that you should be doing anyway then. And maybe we all need to reevaluate that. Like, my last video, I talked about getting back to knowing who you are. Like, getting back to what you do and why you do the things you do and understanding who you are at your core. I feel like this kind of goes along with that, because I feel like if you know who you are at your core, and that's who you are and who you aspire to continue to be, then the next step would be to also recognize the things that you want to do and then start doing them. Like, you have to put action to it. Too often I hear people say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. It doesn't matter what you say. It's what you do that matters. It's what you do. It's your actions that correlate with who you are, not what you say. People say stuff all the time. People say stuff on YouTube. People say stuff on Instagram. People take pictures and do all this hard work of trying to put out a persona, put out an image, to put out a structure of who they are, what they do, how they operate. But unless you're actually living in that, unless you're actually doing that, unless that's an actual action, all the other stuff falls to the wayside. It doesn't even matter. But just to come back on it, though, those little things, right? Like, I don't know, making sure you gave your kids a kiss goodnight at night, you know, before you go to bed. Making sure they're tucked in, going upstairs or wherever in your home, and making sure your kids are tucked in. Making sure you tell your significant other that you love them when it comes to your mind. Calling somebody, whether it be parent, grandparent, whatever. If it's in your mind, you should do it, right? But we don't. And we don't because we have routines. We have these things that we've built in place that kind of say there's no room for that right now because you have this next thing that you need to do. There's no room for that right now because you're supposed to be doing that. There's no time for that. We got to start figuring out a way to make time for the little things, you know? Again, I'm not saying you need to go through your day and try to revamp your entire life and be like, I'm going to start ... No, I'm saying who you are as a person. The little things. Do those. Because the little things matter, man. The little things matter more than any of us want to recognize. And it's time that we start recognizing them. We've recognized who we are. Now we need to recognize what we want to do and start doing. I think that's going to be it for this video. I hope you got something out of it. It's just kind of, like I said, a thing that I've been struggling with. I personally have been struggling with that. It's doing the things, the little things that I want to do in my life that my routines kind of just stop me from doing. I don't know, man. Let's get to it. Let's get those things done.